As you saw right now, that's my map I'm going to build in this video. I'm a huge anime fan and I always wanted to build an anime-inspired map, since I always build only realistic maps. In the past few years, many good-looking anime games were published, such as Genshin Impact, Tales of Arise, I don't know if you know that, and I was thinking, if they can do it, I can probably also do it. But yeah, of course, I don't have $1 million on my bank account and I only have a few assets on my fab library, so yeah, I gotta use them. The first thing I'm going to start with is the Japanese school. For that, I gotta pick out so many pictures, videos, clips, vlogs, and they're basically going to be my references. So since I don't live in Japan and I only know how Japanese school looks like kind of from a few animes, I didn't really go into the depth of how Japanese schools really are structured and look like. The Japanese school which I'm going to build is going to be the middle point of the map, and from there out I'm going to build many different areas the player can explore. So basically this school is going to be the start point of the game. So I would always recommend you before building a map, take out a reference, because without one it's just so much harder and you're going to build it wrong probably. If you think of a castle, you have a special image in your head, but in reality a castle is way more structured, way more complicated, and the way it's built, it's way different than you imagine. So absolutely take out reference and just hold on to these references, and I would say enough talking. Let's build our map. The hardest thing about level design is how to start with the map. For example, when I start level designing, I didn't know how to start. So now is your time to use your references. Look at them and compare them with your map you want to build. Try to start with something easy and which makes the most sense to you. In my case, I'm going to start with the entrance. I look again at my reference and I noticed in Japan, the schools tend to have really long hallways. I look at my reference and connect the entrance with my hallways. Next things are the classrooms, which was the hardest for me because I didn't know really how to structure them. I'm from Germany, so our schools are pretty boring, so I don't know how to build them. And even my images couldn't help me because there wasn't really some good pictures of how the classrooms are built. So I had to search for some anime clips and some vlogs people did in their classrooms, and yeah, I found some, which was really nice. So after finishing my building at the left, I'm going to build now the wings. I notice in animes especially that they have always to the left and right some wings, so you can enter the next building. So the Japanese school is going to be two separate buildings, and you can enter these two buildings with a transition, which you're going to build now of course. And by the way, if you ask yourself why my map looks so different, it's because I use a post-process volume and just improve my quality from my map. Basic building blocks of the building are finished. What is still missing are the details such as decoration in the corridors and the classrooms, gaps between the buildings, pillars that are not placed correctly, and windows that are missing. I would recommend you that while you're making your map, make sure that there are no gaps from the start, so you don't have to do it later, like me, because it is pretty annoying to just fix all the time windows and gaps. And while you're building your map, try to make everything realistic. Everything you place on your map should have like a meaning. For example, in my case, I placed 7 columns on the left and right side to support the building. So the wings on the left and right side. I placed many columns to support the building. That's a simple example, but I would say you also have to think like that. Like everything you place have a meaning and should be realistic. Like why do you place, for example, this columns there and not here? Why do you place this walls there and not there? You know, like it should all have the meaning, because trust me, if you're playing a game and you see a building have a bad architecture, or it doesn't make sense, you're going to notice this as a player, and it's just going to be not good. And always think as a player perspective, not as a builder perspective. See your map as someone would play your map, and not as your the builder who makes the map. So basically now we're starting with the fantasy area, and as you notice, I just started building. I built everything. I don't know, I just built ruins, I built trees, I built mountains, I just built everything what come to my mind. But that's not especially a good thing, because you should have like a good structure of what you want to do. But in my case, I didn't have something. I just wanted to build a good map. I just built everything what came to my mind. But with this, because I tried so many things out, I could see what I like and what I don't like. And with this, I could decide how my map is going to look like in the future. In the future, I'm going to improve many things, such as this ruin. This ruin is just a base. It's just a base foundation for my ruin I'm going to build later on in my map. So as you saw now, I just built now my main foundations. I built some mountains, some trees, some mountains, etc. And this is basically just going to be the base areas for the future. And in my case, going to be a ruin, a desert area, a spring area. And in this case, I just wanted to extend this ruin, because I wanted to, like, a ruin is something I would say heavenly, or like a special place to be. So basically what I was thinking, I'm going to add fog to it, I'm going to add flying islands to it. So basically the feeling of a special ruin is going to be improved by this, and that's basically how I think. And also one thing I want to mention that I forgot to say is that my map is not aesthetic inspired, it is gameplay inspired, because this map is going to be for a future game I'm doing. So basically, and in the most videos you're going to see, it's basically only for looking, and that's a big difference. Like, it's such a big difference if you're doing a map for a game, or you're just doing a map for a looking. You have to keep always in mind, if you're doing a gameplay inspired map, how it's going to affect the gameplay. Like, because, like, for example, if you have a shooter, how you place your mountains, like, or for example stones, is really important. For example, are the stones there for the player to hide behind it and then shoot, or is it the protection for the player? If you place too many mountains, maybe there are going to be too many campers in your multiplayer shooter game. So yeah, basically I always think like that. And yeah, be careful if you watch a speed level design video what you're aiming for, because if you just watch a speed level design video, which is basically only for aesthetics, you're not probably going to learn something about it. It's just going to show you how to make a map look like, but not really map how to make it for a real game. Now I'm stopping with the process volume. I have different areas and each area should have its own atmosphere. For example, my desert area should have a more warm feeling, while in my blackstone area it should have a more cold, dark, less colorful feeling, etc. For your map to look good, you have to use process volume, because without it, your map will look dead and lifeless and not really realistic. And to be honest, if you don't know how to use process volume, just use ChatGPT or just use look at a quick video. But ChatGPT gives you, in the most cases, good answers. So yeah, you can just use ChatGPT for that. So basically, after I add my details to my ruin map, I started doing my new area, but I just being honest with you guys, I didn't know what to do with this area. I had really no idea, so I just really did something to just have fulfilled this area. But I'm not really really happy with it, but I think in my case it looks decent. It's not really good, but I think it looks decent. But I don't know, I really don't have like really good ideas what to make with it, and yeah, I was limited with the assets. But yeah, I didn't know what to make it, so I just tried my best to make what I had. Yeah, and here we are again. I'm changing my map again, because I wasn't really happy with the old version. The desert and the blackstone area didn't look good, so I just reworked them. By doing that, I just got many new ideas, which led to even more new areas. Unfortunately, I forgot to record about 50% of the process. I'm really sorry about that, because I just worked so often on my map, I just forget to record sometimes, and that's the reason I'm not showing everything, unfortunately. So also because the reason why I'm building a cave is, so I was thinking that my map is just too open. So for example, I played like Dark Souls, and there were like some areas where, for example, a big building or a big cave or mountain was just hiding another area. And then I just came to the idea, why don't I just do the same thing? I just built a big cave, a big mountain, which is basically hiding a beautiful area, which is going to be, in that case, the snow area. And that's the reason I built the cave. So basically, I just wanted to have something, a big mountain, where we have an opening, the player can see it, and the player is thinking, oh, there's a cave, let me explore it, maybe there's something behind it. And then the player is basically going to go into this cave, going to see a beautiful cave, and at the end of the cave, he's going to enter a new area. So last time I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw like the new editing DLC, and they had like an area with blue flowers, and I was thinking, yo, why do I not do the same thing? And yeah, I tried to make it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't look the same. Let me just show you a clip of what it looked like in editing. Yeah, but I just realized it doesn't look the same, so I just deleted it. So for now I would say enough building, let me show you how my map looks like at the end. And I just want to tell you, I'm not the best cinematic clips maker, so don't judge me, but hopefully you like my map. with this said, I would say that's it for the video. Thank you guys for watching till the video for real. I appreciate it so much. If you ask yourself how much time in hours I spent on this map, so I worked 2 months on this map, but I just, so like every time I recorded, I just counted everything together and I came to 45 hours. So yeah, I really thank you guys for watching it. I appreciate it. I hope you like my map. Please just give me feedback on it. It's also I made this video for getting feedback on how my map looks like, and I also hope that with this video I could help you understand more and help you doing also your maps and your levels. And yeah, with this said, thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I see you in the next Unreal Engine 5 tutorial. Bye bye.